Hello, everybody. We are live. I'm Paramount USA, and you are at Lindy's Treehouse tonight on this Thankful Thursday. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome. I am so happy to have everybody here. It's Thursday night, and this is the place to be at Lindy's Treehouse. Welcome. Bill H is already in the chat. Welcome, Bill H. Always happy to have you up in the treehouse. I have so much fun. I love my Thursdays. I can't believe it's October 23rd already. I mean, crazy, crazy. And it's like 42 degrees outside. This day just flew by. It just flew by. I tell you what. Before I know it, it's 8 o'clock and it's showtime. So come on up to the treehouse. Don't be shy. I'm Paramount USA and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All my chatters, my viewers, my watchers, thank you so much for following me every single Thursday. I so appreciate everybody. And like I always say 1,000 times, I couldn't do it without you. I could not do it without you. I just want you to know much love to all my followers, my chatters, my lurkers, all that. Scooby-Doo's in the house. I had to adjust my glasses. What? What's up, Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo's in the house. Munchkin, my lovely Munchkin. Hi, Munchkin. You're awesome, Sauce. I love her. She's the best. I love them both, but But I'm just really happy to have everybody here tonight. I hope you're all having a really good week so far. Mine's just dandy. I didn't get to walk today because rain. And I didn't walk yesterday either because rain. Yeah, we've been getting the rain. But I did walk the day before. And you probably saw on Facebook, I walked to the college, and what is that? Somebody else just popped up on my Facebook. I walked to the college, and which is like 1/4 of a mile, and then I got on my indoor track, which I absolutely love, and I did almost 6 miles. Okay, so I did 5 miles around the track. And then I walked back home. And by the time I got back home and I looked at my miles, it was 5.92 miles. Okay. And it's really funny because when I first started walking the track, I would get to 3 miles and I'd be sweating. And I think, I don't know if I can do this. Well, now say I get to 3 miles and I go, oh, I'm good. I'm not even sweating yet. But then when I got to 4.5 miles, then I was sweating. So I make sure that I cool down before I leave the college and all that, and I always have my beanie hat on because I don't want to get sick or whatever. I make sure I'm dressed for it and everything. And so by the time I got home, I was sweating. So that cardio was working. So I want to be around a long time, That's why I push myself to walk. And I love walking in the fall weather, walking around, I can see all the leaves, the pretty leaves changing and everything. So pretty. I love it. And Will Fly's in the house. Hey, Will Fly, what's going on? He said, hey, send some love my way because it's all about me. Wait, that's my line. That's my line, Will. No, it's all about me. Not about you. It's about me. Yeah, it's about me. Yeah, me. This person right here. Yes. Congratulations, Will Fly. He got his AC/DC socks that he won on the Spinny Winnie things a couple weeks ago. And we'll be giving some away tonight because, I do the Spinny Winnie thing every other week. And Bill H says, no, me. So I'm not sure if Shaney got his Reese's Pieces socks yet. So I'll be waiting to hear from him. We'll see. And Scooby says, I see no post from Shane and his new trailer. And Will Fly. Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet either. And Will Fly said he loves his new AC/DC socks. Yeah, and peeps, I still have a handful of socks to give away, and I want to get back to my little Dollar Tree so I can pick up some more socks for y'all. So I'm pretty excited about that. Maybe I have to look into. I really wanted to get like Halloween socks, to send out, whatever. I probably still could do that, but now we're rolling into like Thanksgiving, right? And then Christmas. So it'd be fun to kind of give away some Christmas socks, right? Christmas socks or whatever. Yeah. So I'm taking donations, anybody if you want to send me 1-2 pairs of socks to give away, that's cool too. I just enjoy giving things away, and I love seeing people happy. I really do. And yeah, other than that, it's been a good week. Like I said, yeah, we've been getting Scooby. It's been raining the last couple days on and off, and it's cold too. Scuba says Grinch socks. Okay, cool. Oh, give me a minute here. My son's calling. I don't think he realizes that I'm on. Yes. Yeah, I'm live. I'm on my show. You want me to put you on speaker? No. Oh, okay. Well, get on. Call me later. All right, bye. Oh, that's funny. Okay, back to the show. That's funny. Ryan just called me. I think he forgot. He forgot that I was on a live show. Yes. So funny. That was my son. That was Ryan. Ryan just called me. Yeah, he said to call him later. So, yeah. So call him after or whatever. That's funny, right? I don't know. That's my boys. If they call, I got to pick up that phone, right? I can remember, I don't know about you all, raising your kids, boys or girls. And once they're, even if they were living at home or even, on their own, and you'd get that phone call, right? And the first thing you think when you get the phone call is like, what's wrong? Why are you calling me? Billy, so you should have put him on the speaker. Yeah, I think he was eating dinner or something. Yeah, that was Ryan. Yeah, silly. But hey, on another note, before we get started on the show, we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. I'm super excited. So y'all get comfy up in the treehouse. I've got some what do you call it? Blanket throws, whatever you call it, up there on the lazy boy and on the bean bags up there, so y'all can stay warm because it's like 47 here. So I want y'all to stay warm tonight. Right. What was I going to say? Yeah, we got some things to cover. I got sidetracked. I'm playing squirrel here, so I'm trying to think what I was going to tell you all. What was I going to tell you all? I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll think of it. Yeah, just get comfy and everything. We've got all kinds of stuff to cover. And then when I think of what I was going to say, Walter's in the house. Welcome, Walter. It's already tomorrow. Walter's in the house from Australia. Love you, sugar. I'm so happy everybody's here tonight. Everybody's jumping in the chat and jumping up in the treehouse. I'm so super excited. I'm just excited about everything right now. When you get my age, you get excited about a lot of things. What was I gonna? Oh, I was talking about the kids. So when the kids would call, so you pick up that phone, you think something was wrong, right? And so I'm kind of glad those days are over. But I still, my boys call me most of the time, unless it's in the middle of the night. Then I'm like, yeah, what's going on? But yeah, so Ryan called me. He wants to have him call him later or whatever, and that's cool. I love him so much. Him and my beautiful daughter-in-law, Leslie, they're my angels. They really are my angels. And we all need angels in our life, right? We all need angels in our life. Will Fly says first freeze coming tomorrow here. Oh, gosh. Yeah, better cover up those plants and all that stuff, right? It's crazy. It's really crazy. Like I said, it's cold. Walter said, Scuba, how you doing? I should write down, because we're going to do the spinny tonight. And I got to write down everybody that's in the chat tonight. So, see, I got my chat book here. So we have Walter, and we got Will Fly, and then we got Scooby-Doo, and then we'll put Munchkin on there. There we go. We got that going. So I keep track of everybody. And my nose is like, ugh. But I don't have a cold or nothing. It's just all the dust in here. So why don't we start the show? What do you think, everybody? What do you think? I'm so blessed to have you all here. I am Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we always have a good time, right? We talk, we do stories, and what about Bill H? I got Bill H on there. He's on my list. Yes, yes. Bill H is already on. He was the first one in the chat tonight. So I already put him down in my book, and he's already on the spinny board. So I got to write all the names on the spinny board and all that stuff. So so let's start out with my opening, right? Because I always do the opening show, introduction with my notes and all that stuff, right? See, because I don't have all that fancy computer stuff that I can just print everything out. So I just save all that. So I'm going to say, welcome to Lindy's Treehouse, where we climb high, dream big, and explore the wild world around us. Tell funny stories, quirky chats, and epic adventures. I'm Lindy, your host, ready to swing through today's awesome topics, share some laughs, and maybe drop a few surprises. So grab those snacks, settle into the treehouse, and let's make some unforgettable memories. Hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe so you can join my awesome chatters too. And also hit the notification so you don't miss the show. And Scuba says, you mean I can talk a few minutes before I start my show? Yeah, you should, Scuba. Do a little introduction. Yeah, that'd be cool. Will Fawcett watched Shane's new trailer being backed into his driveway, so I'm sure he's been busy. Oh, that's cool. Yay, Shaney. Finally, right? That's exciting. I'm excited for him. I'm really excited for him. And I'm excited to have you all here tonight. So I got a little, Walter said, Linda, I'm afraid of ladders and heights. Oh, I don't know what to tell you on that one. Just climb up the treehouse slowly. You'll be fine, Walter. You'll be fine. Believe me, it's just straight up. It's not a windy stairs like in the lighthouses, right? Oh my gosh, I'll never forget that. Going through my first tour in the lighthouse and the windy stairs. That was so freaking scary. It was very scary. But yeah, it was quite an experience. I tell you what. Bill H, what was it? I saw some on Facebook and everybody was saying congratulations. Can you share in the chat what that was all about? Because maybe some people haven't seen Facebook yet, Bill H. But congratulations. So please share in the chat what was that, how many times you flew now? Is that what it is? The paramoting that you got under your belt now? So you can put that in the chat. I'd love to see that. Sober. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, Bill H. Congratulations. That's awesome. 17 years. Man, that's great. Good for you. Yeah, somebody put happy birthday in there in the chat, and you know, I mean, on the Facebook there on the comments, and I was kind of confused. I'm like, is his birthday? Is it how many times he flew? I didn't quite. It took me a minute. Oh yeah, Will Fly says Walter used the elevator. Oh yeah, Will Fly. I forgot you came by and installed that elevator for me last week, didn't you, Will Fly? Anybody that's listening, when you come to Lindy's Treehouse, this is all about using your imagination, just like when you were kids and you climb up in the treehouse and you talk and tell stories and everything. That's what this is about. This is about just a feel good, right? Feel good live stream. That's what it is. We keep all the politics and all the negativity out of it, and we just all hang out together and laugh and good conversation. We got our imaginary snacks up in the treehouse, and everybody's comfy in the beanbag chairs. I think I have enough for everybody now. And then, and of course, a lazy boy. So anyway, we're going to start off with cute little fall little quote things that I found that kind of like little poems, right? The fall season or whatever. And so it says, listen, the wind is rising and the air is wild with leaves. We have had our summer evenings now for October Eve. And then it says, the trees are in their autumn beauty. The woodland paths are dry under the October twilight. The water mirrors a still sky. So I just look up little fall season quotes and all that good stuff. And just to kind of get everybody warm and cozy and start the show. I got my water right here. I promise I'm not going to sing tonight because that's just a bit much, We don't want to do all that singing, right? So we're going to start out with, because remember I got my notes. I've been writing all day yesterday. News to me. And are you ready for news to me, everybody? All right, here we go. This is the latest, because I always find good stuff just to put in here to talk about. Okay. This is a lion escapes the transport truck from a driver in South Africa. He filmed the moment a lion escaped from a transport truck roof hatch and briefly leaped to freedom. Can you imagine driving behind like a truck like that and seeing a lion jumping out of the sunroof? Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Will Fly said, did Mr. My Arizona stop by the treehouse yet, Linda? Who's Mr. My Arizona? My AZ. Stop by the treehouse yet? No. Who's Mr. My AZ? I don't know who that is, Will. If I don't know, he hasn't stopped by. If I think I would know if he did, right? I know you came by and you installed the elevator for Walter. So I hope he, elevator, no, it should be escalator. I don't know about an elevator. Well, I guess we could do both, right? It's all about using your imagination. So, but I'd be afraid that they would get stuck in the elevator. But then at least if it's an escalator and they're going up in the treehouse and the escalator stops, they can just climb up the steps on the escalator, right? Get in the treehouse. So I don't know. But yeah, so this lion escaped out of the, but they did catch him and everything and probably took him back to the wildlife reserve or whatever they do, right? But I can't imagine driving behind a truck and seeing the lion jump out of the. Scuba says, well, that just proves Linda wasn't really watching my show. What? Wait, what, Scooby? I always watch your show. First Babe Dixon, Will Fly said. What did I miss, Scooby? You know me. I watch your show. Did I miss something? You guys got to help me out here. First Babe Nixon. Oh, first name Dixon. Dixon? I don't know. First name Dixon. I don't know who Dixon is. Dixon. First name Dixon? You guys got to help me out here. I'm going to lose people. LOL, quit it, Will. Bill said to quit it, Will. All right, we're going to go on to the next one while you guys are trying to really mess with my brain here. As if I don't mess with my brain. Dixon, my AC, geez, Linda. I don't know who that is. Dixon, my AZ. I don't know, you guys. It's over my head. Is that the person's name? Dixon, my AZ. Dixon, my AZ. Dixon, my Az? What is this? Oh my God, you guys, you're messing with me. I'm slow, okay? I'm slow. I'm trying to figure who that is. People are my viewers and watchers. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the chat is killing me because I have a feeling that I'm supposed to pronounce that. Yeah. And yeah, no, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going there, you guys. I am not going there. I'm not going there. All right. So we're going to go on to the next one here. Have you guys ever had an Amazon series? It's a smart mattress. Walter says, keep it above the waist, Linda. Yeah, I know. I was reading that. I'm not going to say that. This is G. Yes. Will Fly says, I hate myself. Why? Why, Will Fly? No, Bill says no. Why do you hate yourself, Will? Do you guys do you have that smart mattress? Does anybody have a smart mattress? What is that? Is that something you control your mattress with your phone or something? Is that what that is? A smart mattress? Like a car? Like the smart cars or something? Because it says AWS outage causes smart beds to overheat. Do you guys have a smart bed? I can't imagine. Will Fly said, you done been there. Scuba says, don't need a smart mattress, just a cool one. Bill 8 says, no, I do not. Yeah, I don't either. So the Amazon Web Services outage that impacted many popular websites and apps also caused, this was just a few days ago, also caused some smart mattresses to overheat and get stuck in an upright position. What in the heck? Walter said it makes you smarter after you're sleeping. Yeah, kind of like drinking smart water. It's supposed to make you smarter. Will Fly says, Scuba made me do it. It's okay, Will Fly. You guys don't worry about it. I think it's pretty funny because it took me like 4 or 5 times. I kept saying it. And then finally, when I was going to start saying it slower, I realized what that was. That word. Yes. Yeah. I realized that's what that was. And it takes me a minute. It does. It does. So, sometimes my mom watches this show, okay? So we got to keep it G. My family sometimes, my family's watching because they'll be questioning things the next day, like what? So anyway, yeah. So the smart mattress, it overheated and it got stuck in an upright position. So Walter says, well, don't jump after him. So I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine sleeping on that bed or whatever, and the bed, and then the smart mattress all of a sudden stops, right, in an upright position. I don't know. I'm I'm gonna have to YouTube what these smart beds, what these are all about. I don't need a smart bed. I like my bed just the way it is, I got it. It's like cost me $800. I'm happy with my $800 bed. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So now the chat GPT. How many people use chat GPT? Will Fly says, love you, Lindy. I love you too, Will. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm having a great time tonight. It is Thursday night, right? And this is what it's all about. Walter says need bed belts, just saying. So somebody was messaging me, but I can't look at it right now because I am chatting with y'all. Bill says he used Chat GPT. I use Grok. I use Grok. Grok. Yeah, I use Grok. Grok. I was looking at the TV. Sorry. Grok. But anyway, it says Chat GPT helped a woman win the lottery. A Michigan woman used the AI program Chat GPT to generate a set of lottery numbers that resulted in her winning $100,000 Powerball prize. Can you imagine? Scuba says Chat GPT just to make AI picks. Yeah, there's a guy on Facebook that uses that a lot. In a way, that chat it's good if you don't abuse it. Use it the right way, right? I've been hearing stories, where it's sad. People get on there and think they've got a girlfriend or boyfriend on there, and then that girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with them it's in the chat, in this chat thing, which freaks me out. That psychologically, it really messes with them. They get really into this chat stuff, but sometimes not the right way. So I use my Grok just to help me with different things, what I want to discuss for my show and all that. But I'm not big on the AI and all that fancy stuff. Bill H says, if I don't know something, I can learn anything except spelling. Yeah. Oh, you use Chat GPT? Okay. Yeah. I use the Grok because Ryan uses Grok and he got me into it or whatever. So it's let's see. Scuba says, speaking of Powerball, Georgia used to have fantasy. I got 4 or 5 numbers right and was off by 2 digits on the last number, only got $99. Well, think about though, Scooby, that was $99 you didn't have yesterday, right? So got to think of it that way. $99 is $99, right? So congratulations. So yeah, so that gal got really lucky. My goodness. Scuba Will Fly said, that's not right, Scuba. All right, so now we're going to move right along because I have a lot to cover. I have some things to cover tonight, what we're going to talk about. Guinness World Record for eating hot dogs. There was a guy that won a Guinness World Record for eating hot dogs. Gross. 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. The guy's name was Joey. Oh, do I have to say this? Okay, I'm going to say this. The guy's name, okay, that ate these 76 hot dogs. Joey Chestnuts. Go figure, right? Yeah. Bill H says, can I use Chat GPT for the lottery number pick? Heck, why not? Why not? Yeah, I would do it. Let's see. It was a brand new game then, and so was the lottery. Yes, Scoop. I was reading the chat here. So yeah, so this guy named Joey Chestnuts ate 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's so gross. That's disgusting. And let's see. That's 7.6 dogs per minute. And his jaw works faster than a wood chipper. So, good for him. I'd be puking though. I can't I cannot eat hot dogs. I don't care if they're pure beef hot dogs, whatever. I just can't go there. It's just like, bleh, I can't eat them. They're disgusting. So anyway, that's pretty funny, right? Okay, now we're going to go on to how Wheaties cereal was accidentally invented. A guy in the 1920s dropped a bran gruel on a hot stove. It flaked, and breakfast cereal was born. In 1934, Lou Gehrig, Lou Gehrig, in 1934 invented the Wheaties cereal. Walter, is that with the bun? I don't like hot dogs at all. I don't even like the smell. I think they're disgusting. Same thing with, what is that? Is it bratwurst or something? They cook bratwurst and you boil it in the, boil it on the stove. It just totally gross. Scuba says, Bill, how did you nail your takeoff and landing on a trike? It's been like forever since you have flown a trike of ever. Speaking of trikes, I did chat with Gypsy last night with Linda, and she's going to stop by the show, and I'm going to have her be a guest one of these times. So I'm really excited to get my Gypsy back on here. And so I think she's going to be my guest. Maybe she'll be my co-host. I think that'd be really, really cool. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, right? I love my Gypsy. Remember, she was my former co-host. And I call her Gypsy because she doesn't like to be called Linda. So, yes, Linda Kramer. Yes, Walter. I didn't say last time because I figured y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Yep. She's doing good. She just had her fly-in, and so at her place there. And so I wanted her to talk about it and everything. So I'm going to get her back on the show. She said now that it gets darker earlier, and she likes to get home before it gets dark because she does her Thursday delivery for the kids. And so she said that probably would work. So, yeah, so I'm excited. So I'll keep you posted. If Gypsy's listening, we're looking forward to having you back. And she is too. She said she really misses all of us. So yeah, so that's how Wheaties was invented, right? And then we've got, it's called Grandma's Stray Cat Turns Out to Be a Full-Grown Cougar. A grandma on an unspecified suburb kept raving about her massive, super healthy stray cat she was feeding from a dish. Her son got suspicious when she described its size, and got the security footage. It was a young male cougar casually chowing down. Wildlife experts saw her fearless of no panic, made the big cat see her as a chill family. So she fed it like a boss, and it was relocated safely. So Bill H says, if you look at my takeoff closely, I was pushing the trike with my foot to get rolling at Scuba. So yeah, everybody's chatting about that. So yeah, so that poor lady thought that she was just feeding an oversized cat, and come to find out it was a baby cougar. So pretty funny, right? I can't imagine. But they're starting to be more bear sightings and more tiger or cougar sightings. Especially in all these new developments and everything. It's pretty crazy out there. So anybody who's just jumping on, I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us all right here. And Greg Laney's in the house. Say hi to Greg Laney. Greg Laney, he's a funny guy, isn't he? He's a funny guy. Good to see you, Greg. I'm glad you're here tonight. I'm going to add you to my list. I take a quick drink of my water, because everything's live here. So, take a drink of water, you need water. So, okay, I'm writing down Greg's name in my book here. There we go. All right, make sure I got everybody on there. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so last but not least, let's see, what is it here? A family in the U.S. lost their pup for days and used drones to search for their puppy, right? And what they found was the dog was chilling with a whole bear family, okay? Yeah, a whole bear family. Can you imagine going to find your dog and your dog's sitting around with like 3 or 4 bears just chilling? And it's like he joined a furry wilderness retreat. The bears didn't bat an eye and the pup looked thrilled. Sometimes the best adventures happen when you wander off the leash. Well, hopefully that all ended well, because they didn't say if it ended well or not, but I'm sure it did. But how in the heck? Scuba says, oh, hopefully basement gets done this weekend and I'll redo my cage net. Yeah, I hope everything's starting to dry out for you, Scuba and Munchkin. That's scary. Gosh, what a pain. I remember growing up and sometimes the basement, would flood. And it was, pretty crazy, living in the Midwest and all that stuff. So anyway, so that's it for the news to me. Let me see if I put anything else on here. Oh yeah, wait, I got food facts. I almost forgot. John Wayne. Hi, John Wayne. Cowboy's in the house. Let me mark you down, Cowboy. Oh, goodness gracious. Got to add you to my chat here because I'm going to get the spinny Winnie wheel going tonight. So I want to make sure everybody gets on gets on in my book, whatever. Bears were keeping the dog like I keep chickens. Maybe, John, huh? Yeah, could be. So we're going to get into food facts because we still have other stuff we're going to talk about tonight. This is crazy, everybody. Everybody likes pizza, right? Everybody loves pizza. The world's most expensive pizza costs. How much do you think a pizza costs? Put it in the chat. The world's most expensive pizza. Put it in the chat, and I'll see how close you get, how much it costs. You're not going to believe it. Walter says, Spinny Winnie Wheelie. Yeah, the Spinny Winnie Wheelie Winnie front things. Yes, that's what it is. Nope. I don't know how they came up with this number, but they said $40. Nope. Now this is the world's most expensive. Let's see. John Wayne said 10,000. Okay, John Wayne's probably the closest. Walter says 8. Walter says 80. Okay. So I think John Wayne got the closest on this. I think everybody guessed, right? This is the numbers they came up with. How they came up with these numbers, I don't know. $6,680. That's topped with sun-dried mozzarella, 24-karat gold, and 3 Michelin chef creations. I know, right? Scuba said, do they lace it with diamonds? What the heck? I know. Yeah, gold-plated. Yeah, that's what it said. Yeah, topped with sun-dried mozzarella, 24-karat gold, and 3 Michelin chat creations, whatever that is. So pretty crazy, right? That's your food fact. That's the food fact. Yes. The next one is, this is crazy too. So I don't like, how many people on there like talk about weather, lightning? Lightning scares the heck out of me. Have you guys ever been up in the air when it started lightning? Did that scare you? Put it in the chat. Let me know when you guys are up flying if the lightning scared you, because it would sure scare me. It just like goes right through me. And from what I heard, there's no such thing as heat lightning. So, but I remember when I was growing up, heat lightning, let's see, it's cool, but not when it's close. Yeah, exactly, Scuba. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lightning. Yeah, when you're up in the air, see it from far away. Yeah, but still, that's when you want to land, right? Greg Lane said it makes you want to jump out of your seat, but that could be bad. Yeah, Greg, that wouldn't be good. Jump out of your seat. You wouldn't want to do that. No, because jump out of your seat, there's nowhere to go but down. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but that, I just was curious if you've ever been, close to a storm or whatever. And then, have like when you've been up in the air flying, right? Have you had these pop-up storms? They, all summer, because I watch on my Weather Channel and stuff, they call them pop-ups, right? Pop-up storms. They just come out of nowhere, right? It's crazy. And yeah, you really got to be careful, because you don't know. Sometimes you think the weather looks great, and then bam, right? You're up in the air, and then here we go. Okay, so a single lightning bolt makes enough electricity to toast how many slices of bread in 1 second? Give me some numbers here, and I'll tell you. So it says a single lightning bolt makes enough electricity to toast, and it gives an amount here, slices of bread in 1 second. How many slices do you think it takes to toast bread from lightning? Scuba says, well, we were smart enough not to fly right before a pop-up storm hit the fly-in. That's good, Scuba. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. Walter says the fall is fine. It's the sudden stop that would kill you. Yeah, Walter. Yeah. Well, Walter, are you in summertime now? Walter, you're getting into the summertime, right? Because if we're getting the fall time, then Australia is what? What's the temperature in Australia? Walter from Australia is here tonight in the chat. So I have to say a quick shout out to all my chatters. We got Bill H in the house, Walter from Australia. There is tomorrow because Walter's in the house. We'll fly Scooby Munchkin, Greg. Oh, John Wayne. Did I get everybody? Munchkin. I said Munchkin. Bill H. Walter will fly Scooby, Munchkin, Greg, and John Wayne in the house tonight in the Treehouse, right? Yes. So excited. So Walter said 27C. What is 27C? I don't know what that is. Walter. What's 27C? I know it's 47. It's been right now, it's 42 right now outside. So anyway, it says a single lightning bolt makes enough electricity to toast 100,000 slices of bread in 1 second. That is some serious lightning. A single lightning bolt makes enough electricity to toast 100,000 slices of bread in 1 second. That's nuts. Oh my God, that's crazy. Imagine what it does to, oh my gosh. When I think of Sean Hayden, when he had his Grinch outfit on and he landed and he hit that wire, that wire, and his costume started on fire and all that. He was so lucky. That he survived that. I think having that costume on, probably saved his life, That was a couple years ago, right? Sean and Rachel Hayden, I love them. They're the best. Oh, 80 degrees. Okay. Thank you, Walter. All right, so now we said avocados. Did you know that avocado, how many like avocados? Put that say yes or no in the chat. I like avocados. I haven't ate them in a while, but they got kind of a weird texture, taste or whatever. Yes. Walter says, yes, he has. Bill says, no, I've never ate avocados. They have a weird creamy texture to them. The last time I ate them. Some people put them on in their sandwiches, or they put them in salads, right? Avocado salads. Greg says, don't like avocados, but the commercial tune is catchy. I don't see many. I stream everything, so I don't see a lot of funny commercials anymore. Walter says Vegemite and avocado on toast. Okay, that sounds okay. Everybody has the different. Well, they said that avocados were called alligator pears in the 1600s because of their bumpy green skin. I never heard of that. Avocados were called alligator pears. How crazy is that, peeps? Alligator pears. Avocados from Mexico. I love their commercials. Avocados from Mexico. I love their. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. I see ads and stuff, when I stream, because I stream everything. So pretty much everything I watch all day is YouTube stuff, right? Because if there's something going on, they're going to show it live or whatever's going on out there. So I don't miss, I can watch the news and everything and still know what's going on. So it's pretty cool. It doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. Like I said, I pay $80 for internet. So that's for a whole year. And that's with my discount too. Scuba says, okay, now you're saying avocado, right? You said avocado at first. So I was going to say, do you like tacos? It's my Michigan slang. It's Michigan slang. Okay. Avocados. Avocados. That's how you say them, avocados. Yeah. That's how I've always said it. Do you like avocados? It's not avocados. It's avocados. Yeah. Tacos. I had a chalupa the other day from Taco Bell. And to tell you the truth, I was really disappointed. Maybe they left it in the warmer or something too long, but I don't think I'm going to be getting a chalupa anytime soon. It seemed like the time before that, when I had it, tasted pretty good. But this time, it wasn't that great. I probably could make in my home, make those at home anyway, because it's just bread. But yeah. So anyway, so how many like Mountain Dew? I'll tell you about Mountain Dew. Yeah. I've never drank Mountain Dew ever. Ever. I may have drank like Pepsi products, but not Mountain Dew. I think Mountain Dew is a Pepsi product, right? Greg Lane is drinking one now. Well, I know they've come out with a lot of different flavors with Mountain Dew, right? A lot of, some of the flavors I'm like, ugh. I like my Canada Dry Ginger Ale. I don't do Mountain Dew. I do, but don't drink it now. Yeah. I used to like Coca-Colas, right? And I stopped drinking Coca-Colas years ago. And I remember, it's been a few years now. And Greg Lane says, I drove past a cookout last weekend. I thought about stopping in and saying hi to at Will Fly. Oh, see who's chatting with Will Fly. Yeah, I stopped drinking colas. And let's see, John Wayne said lots of Mountain Dew made here in Tennessee. Bill says I like the caffeine in it. I don't drink. I like my iced coffees in the afternoon, but I don't drink colas anymore. And it's funny, I stopped drinking it, right? And then one day I was like, I still have some cola left, I'm going to try and drink one. And I took like a couple sips of the Coca-Cola and I got really nauseous. So that's the end of that, right? So I don't drink it anymore. I just like my Yeah, my iced coffees and my ginger ale. Okay, so Mountain Dew was originally in the 1940s Tennessee whiskey mixer. See, that's right. See, John Wayne said it was a Mountain Dew. Was originally a 1940s Tennessee whiskey mixer created by brothers Barney and Ellie Hartman. Mountain Dew, the mountain man's whiskey chaser. There you go. John Wayne says I'm not allowed caffeine anymore. Let's see. And Greg Laney says, hey, John Wayne, I thought that was moonshine or at least Jack Daniels. I definitely switch for that. That's funny. Dr. Pepper, then Mountain Dew, number 2 for me, then Coca-Cola, Scuba says. Yeah, I kind of got away from, drinking. I used to love, like, you go to get those Slurpees or Ices or whatever they call, at 7-Eleven and the Coke Ices and Slurpees and all that were so good. I used to love those, but now I don't drink that anymore. So, thank you, chatters, for coming and stopping by the Treehouse tonight, because guess what we're going to talk about tonight? It's kind of cool. I thought it'd be fun. I found a couple landmarks. Everybody likes to talk about landmarks, right? So I found a history on a couple landmarks. Scuba says, but caffeine is in a lot of stuff. Yeah. Will Fly said just got back from cookout. That sounds yummy. That sounds really yummy. I can, I love when I go to my son's, in the summertime, it's so fun because he'll get the smoker out and he cooks such good food. I just love coming to his house. I always tell Ryan, I only come to the house to eat your food and to play with my grandkitties. So, yeah, that's the only reason I come over there. Oh, I do laundry too, but that's the only reason I go over their house, right? That's our little joke that we have. So I picked out a couple landmarks, which I thought would be cool to kind of talk about tonight, right? So today, the Eiffel Tower. Has anybody ever been to the Eiffel Tower? Have they seen it in person? I know it's in Paris, but the history on this is pretty cool. And that's why I like to, honestly, I sat here all day thinking, what am I going to talk about? Because I already had all my other stuff laid out. I was like, what am I going to talk about? John Wayne said yes. I figured you had been there already, John. Yeah, Cowboy John. I figured you probably have been there. Well, this is kind of cool, everybody. The Eiffel Tower, I learned a lot reading this, and that's why I love to look up the history on a lot of this stuff, because I'm always learning something, and it keeps my brain all. Hey, look who it is. It's Mr. Maez. Hello there, guys and gals. Welcome. Welcome, Mr. Maez. I got to write you on the book. Welcome. Yeah. You don't even know. Oh, my God. All right, I'm writing you down, Mr. My ass. How did you get that name? How'd you... I kept wanting to say my Arizona. Welcome to the Treehouse. That's right. John Wayne says, took 30 kids to Euro Disney, spent 3 days in Paris. It stinks. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here, Mr. Maez. Welcome. Yeah, they were talking about you earlier. They were talking about you. I'm so glad you're here tonight. So anyway, back to the history. The Eiffel Tower was built for the 1889 World's Fair and was the tallest man-made structure in the world. For 41 years, it is repainted every 7 years to protect it from rust. How tall do you think that the Eiffel Tower is, peeps? How tall do you think it is? Just throw some numbers and I'll tell you what they told me. I would love to go see Eiffel Tower someday. I don't know if people have to pay to see it or whatever, but yeah, the history on this is pretty cool. Bill says 300 feet. Okay. A little more than that. A little more than that. Thank you for your answer, Bill. You're right on it. See, Bill's paying attention. He's paying attention. So 7 years protected from rust is, and they said how tall it is. So you guys can tell me how tall it. 1,200. Bill says 12. You're close, Bill. Yeah, that's pretty close. So I'm waiting to see if anybody else puts any answers in there. Because you said 1,200. Okay, John Wayne says he doesn't know. 1,083 feet tall and is made of over 18,000 iron parts. Plus 2 million rivets are in this Eiffel Tower. How crazy is that, right? It said originally it was intended to be temporary. It now features a sparkling light show every hour of the night and includes a small apartment. Yeah, see, Greg said 1,082, and yeah, it's 1,083 feet tall. So it says here that yeah, so now features a sparkling light show every hour of the night, and it includes a small apartment. Gustav Eiffel. So Gustav Eiffel is the one that invented, right? The Eiffel Tower, because his last name's Eiffel, right? Yeah. Bill H says, I could clear it at 1,200 feet then. There you go, Bill. I don't know if anybody's ever flew over that. That'd be interesting, though. Yeah, so this guy, Gustav Eiffel, built for himself on the 3rd floor. So he built an apartment. He put an apartment up there. Walter said the Sydney Harbor Bridge is constantly painted. Paul Hogan was a bridge painter. Fact. Thank you, Walter, for that. Thank you for that. So there's a guy that he built an apartment on the 3rd floor. Primary designers, while named for engineer, Gustav Eiffel was the engineer. Maurice and Emily were primary designers. So pretty cool. It says the tower was built for the Exposition World's Fair and celebrated its 100th anniversary during the French Revolution. They said that the construction took 2 years and 2 months and 5 days to build this. How cool is that? I mean, who would have guessed, right? I looked up a bunch of landmarks and, I couldn't put them all on here, but there was a whole bunch. I picked out one more because it would take me hours to look all this up. But there was an Eiffel Tower, Great Wall, that is longer than the equator, Taj Mahal, and it said it was built by a heartbroken king. So that's something I have to, history I'm going to look into. Let me see. Crocodile Dundee, wasn't it the entrance to the Works Fair? Let's see. Yes. So everybody, I'm following the chat too, everybody. So they have the pyramids of Gaza, older than writing itself, the Colosseum, and Sydney Opera House, the most expensive building ever. So you could I could go on for hours on all the different landmarks, right? But the two that really stuck out to me, besides Eiffel Tower, and if you guys have any history on the Eiffel Tower you want to put in the chat, throw it in there. I think the kids in school are missing out a lot on all this history out there, right? And it's sad that the past few years they've tore down so many landmarks, destroyed so many landmarks. It's heartbreaking, but The one landmark that they cannot destroy is, I got to find my notes here, getting away from myself here, is the Statue of Liberty. Yes, he also designed the Statue of Liberty. Yes, Will 5. In fact, that's what we're going to talk about now is the Statue of Liberty. They said it's the France gift that almost sank. That's what they called it. Yeah, the Statue of Liberty. I already did the Eiffel, so we're going to put that over here. And it's kind of cool. It's said that a French sculptor designed it, inspired by visits to Egypt, wanted to build a lighthouse there, plus classical statues like Roman goddess. Libertas, Libertas. It says funding French citizens crowd funded the statue sculpture assembly, and Americans funded the pedestal. So there's all different parts. So we're going to go through each thing, each part of this, of the Statue of Liberty. John Wayne says, found a raccoon living in my shop tonight. I think the dogs got him. Better go check. It might eat my Markle. Oh my God. How do you sleep at night, John? Holy moly. Yuck. They got a raccoon. Poor raccoon. Rocky Raccoon. Was that like the cartoon? Rocky Raccoon? Yes. So it says the torch, right? Munchkin would try and make it a pet. Oh my gosh, poor raccoon. Yeah. So the torch, this is kind of cool. This is what the torch, so we talked about the torch, right? Which means enlightenment, right? So it raised high originally in hand with chains. The crown was made with 7 spikes, 7 continents, and 7 seas. And that's one thing I didn't look up on the Statue of Liberty about her crown. I didn't know that what was significant about the crown. And I should have did more research on that. But if you guys know in the chat, the 7 continents and 7 seas, what the names of all that, that's quite a bit of history, right? So the crown had 7 spikes, 7 continents, 7 seas. It has, the crown has 25 windows, gemstones of the earth. I never even, who would have guessed, right? So the crown, when people go on these tours, right, they go up to the Statue of Liberty and walk around in the crown. That's what they're walking in when they go on those tours, which are like $50. You have to take the ferry. I guess you have to take the ferry over to the island, and then you do the tour on the Statue of Liberty. So that's what I read anyway, and it's like $50 or something to go on the tour or whatever, but you got to pay for a ferry too to get you over there to that island. The tablet, okay, so she's holding a tablet. Scuba says, I don't think you can go up there anymore. Oh, okay, thank you for that. I'm not sure. I didn't look up the history on that, if they can go up there. But I just thought it was really interesting. Each piece on there, significant of something. The law inscribed, the tablet inside is inscribed July 4th, 1776. But it's in those numeral numbers. So that's pretty cool, right? The broken chains stand for end of slavery. At feet, later moved to base for sublimity. What does that mean? SUBTLETY. Sublimity. Mr. Maya says, that's interesting. I know, right? that's what I do is I look up things. I couldn't think what I wanted to talk about tonight because we always, and anybody that's here every week with me, I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications so you don't miss the show. And so I always pick a topic for the night, and you never know what's going to be, but it's always something that, and this is what we do. We sit in the treehouse and we talk about different things and we learn things from each other. So yeah, the broken change was the end of slavery. A feet later moved to the base for sublimity, whatever that is. Judy Marshall says, hi, sis. Maybe Trump will put his fat head on the statue. Oh, sis, I love you. We're not doing politics. No politics. No politics. I love you, sis. I do. But I want to start something here. I don't even want to start anything here in the chat. But yeah, I get it, sis. I do. I get it. I don't understand any of this. Here we go. Mr. Myers, Trump 2028. Look what you started, sis. And then the robe. Okay, the robe that Statue of Liberty, what she wore, was created. It came from the idea of Roman liberties, flowing classical style. So, we're not doing politics here. Everybody knows. Yeah, we don't do. There's enough of that going on in the world right now. But and then strength and dignity modified after Barthol's. I don't know, Bartholus. He must have been somebody. He had something to do with the Statue of Liberty. So it was 151 feet from heel to torch, 305 feet, including pedestal, weighing 225 tons. So very interesting where this all came from, and how it made its journey. I wrote some other stuff here. Let me see. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay. I knew I had more information on this. Here's some more history on it. So the construction timeline to build this Statue of Liberty, right, was from 1870 to 1876 at a workshop. So this all started in Paris, a workshop in Paris. Copper sheets hammered over iron framework. Okay, that's how it all started. Construction timeline from 1870 to 1876 is when they started working in Paris to work on the Statue of Liberty. Now, in 1876, the head and torch exhibited at a Philadelphia expo. Okay, so they had the head and torch, just the head and the torch exhibited in 1876. And then in 1878, the head at Paris World Fair boosted French public support by having this thing at the fair, right? Having just the head and the torch at the fair. In 1884, fully assembled in Paris, stood on a pedestal for 4 months. So in 1884, the Statue of Liberty was still sitting in Paris, right? And it stood on a pedestal for 4 months. So you can picture all that. This gal's been through a lot, right? She has been through a lot. It's great. Yeah, she's been through a lot. I'm sure she's just like puts her hands over her head or whatever every day and go, what is going on with my America, right? Anyway, so 1885, disassembly was, okay, in 1885, they disassembled what do I want to say? The Statue of Liberty, right? And they disassembled the Statue of Liberty and shipped it to New York with 214 crates. Judy Marshall said, that's for sure. There you go. Yes, yeah. Statue of Liberty gal, she's shaking her head every day. She is. 1885, they disassembled the Statue of Liberty, shipped it to New York using 214 crates. And she also survived a storm at sea. I will never look at a Statue of Liberty the same ever again, right? What this poor girl went through, right? So it arrived June 17th, 1885, assembled on Bedloes Island, renamed Liberty Island in 1956. So she finally made it to the U.S. in 1956. So I was just a year old then. Greg Laney said it would be more impressive if it was shipped in 214 crates. I said crates, not crepes, crates. Dedication. The dedication was on October 28th, 1886. President Grover Cleveland unveiled the statue. Scuba says, damn, can you not sleep through the night as you get older? I've been waking up like every hour for a few nights. It's BS. Okay, I've never seen the Statue of Liberty in person. Me neither. And Walters in 1956 was a great year, just saying. I was just a year old in 1956. That's pretty normal for your age, Scuba. Mr. Maya says that Greg Laney, they're French, so it'd be 214 croissants. Now I'm hungry. Jeez, you guys. I'm telling you. So this guy named Bartholomew pulled the flag off of her face. And they had the day that they unveiled, right, the Statue of Liberty, there was 1 million people. They said there was like 1 million people. 1 million spectators that day. Well, okay, first of all, sometimes, Scooby, I'll tell you, I know you work all day and everything, but sometimes if you eat too late, and it's normal to eat late when you've been working all day, eat dinner late. I find if I eat after 6 o'clock, I don't sleep good. I get the night sweats or whatever. If I eat something heavy, a couple hours later or whatever, and I go to bed, I will wake up a lot. It depends on what you eat. I remember, and when I used to drink, and I'd fall asleep, on that drink sleep, not pass out kind of thing, but just, fall asleep, whatever, after having my wines or drinking my wine. And I would wake up every 5 minutes. I'd fall asleep for like a good hour, and I'd wake up. And, but now it's weird. I sleep like a baby. My room stays nice and cold. I like it. I can't sleep if the room is hot. I cannot sleep. I'll run. I mean, it was all last week. It was in the 60s, right? And you bet I had my AC going, my window AC going in my room, and my AC was set at 65. And I just crawl underneath the blankets and I go to sleep. I just love it. John Wayne says I get about 4 hours sleep per night, and get the rest of the sleep at noon. And Will Fly says got to hit New York City at least once, Bill H. I'm not a nap person. I don't take naps, and I never have. I can't unless I don't feel good or whatever. I don't do naps. I just I don't know why, but usually by 4 or 5 o'clock. Of course, I'm retired too. I have my coffees, but the coffee doesn't give me jittery or nothing. I still fall asleep at 12:30, pretty much every night. 12:30, 11:30 sometimes. Depends on if I walk. Now, when I walk, oh my gosh, I sleep like a baby. When I did that almost 6 miles, when I did my walks, that other day, I slept so good. Walter says my power went out for the quarter and was, oh, your electric bill? Oh my gosh. Greg used to it, Scuba. Doesn't get better. I sleep like a baby now. I do. It's crazy. But then Scuba, you've been through a lot too. You know, you had all that stuff that went on, the storms and everything else, and at your house. So that would stress, that would stress me out. That would. So anyway, that's it for all my Statue of Liberty, and I could have gone into more detail on some of this stuff, but maybe we'll try it next time. Maybe we'll talk sleep next time, right? But I eat very light. But sometimes I'll have my dinner at 3 p.m. Old people do that. They eat early. Even when I was in Sun City, right? And I'd meet with friends for drinks or whatever. Heck, at 3 p.m. in Sun City was my retirement area when I lived in Arizona. That place would be packed with people, especially at the Moose Lodge or at the American Legion or whatever. They'd be busy in the afternoon because a lot of people start drinking like 11 o'clock or something. 11 or 12 in the afternoon, right? And then they go home at 3 o'clock or before the street lights come on. I'm sure they would go home and eat their dinner. The wife would be waiting, have dinner ready for them or something. Scuba said, yeah, maybe stress. Yeah, believe me, I've been there, Scuba. Okay. When I was still living in Arizona and going through all my change of life, or whatever you want to call it, everything hit me at once, and I did not sleep for crap for months. But now that I moved, I'm settled in. I am happy with my life now, and it took me a few years to be happy with my life. You can ask my sister. John Wayne says, dang bird just pierced my ear. Oh, that hurts. Bad birdie. That hurts. I know. That hurts. Oh my gosh. I used to have a what was it? Golfing cockatoo. And she would I'd let her out and she'd walk around the kitchen table. Well, in the 80s, right? Wallpaper was pretty popular. And they like the what do you call it? The wallpaper bordering, right? Was around my kitchen wall, bordering wallpaper. And she'd get over, if she got close enough, she'd get to that wallpaper and start peeling the wallpaper off. Scuba says, I think Munchkin is whacking me in my sleep. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my. No, my kitty, she likes to wake me up. Yeah, she does. But I finally figured some things out with her, and it's all good. I've got her on some dry food now. I was just keeping her on the wet food, and now I got her on both, and she's a good girl. She doesn't wake me up so much. And if she does try to wake me up, she wants to play, my Miss Molly. So she's doing really good. So I'm going to show you remember I was talking about my spackle paintings, that I do spackle paintings, and I'm dying to do another one. Well, this is spackle. You guys know what spackle looks like. The guys and gals or whatever, you know what spackle is. So this is a spackle painting I did 2 years ago. And let me know if you can see it. I'm holding up in front of there we go. And you see I added my little seashell. And all you do is take a putty knife, you dip it in that spackle, and you just put your little designs in it, and then you let everything dry. Oh, thanks, Willfly. And you let everything dry, right? It goes on white, and no, it goes on pink, and then you let everything dry, and then you can it turns white, right? It was pink, and then it turns white when it dries, and then you just paint it. So Walter says starfish on the seafloor. Yeah, I found some of my little shells, seashells or whatever, my decor seashells. So I glued a seashell on there for a nice little touch. And it's heavy. It's heavy. I really like this. Yeah. And look how you paint. You just paint over all that, and it just goes in. The paint goes in all the grooves and everything. Anybody could do this painting. Anybody, really. And that's what's fun with spackling. I've seen paintings like this in the stores, and they're like $100 or more, right? Some of like TJ Maxx or whatever. I've seen a lot of these spackle paintings, and I look at it and I'm just like, I can do that. So I need to start, maybe I can, the next art fair or whatever, get over to the art fair and start selling my paintings, right? Because I've got so many. They're like, I got over 50 some paintings, and they're all on the floor in my bedroom right now. So it's pretty crazy. But like I said, I never knew I could paint, and that's why I tell people, you never know what you're capable of, right? Until you try it. And I didn't know I knew how to paint. And then my daughter-in-law, like I told you, 2022 was New Year's Day. And she said, come on over, we're going to paint. And she can paint. She's awesome. That gal can paint really good. My daughter-in-law, Leslie. And so as soon as she said, hey, come on over, let's paint. I'm like, I don't paint. I don't know how to paint. And sure enough, yeah, I did my first beach painting. And yeah, I'm really proud of myself. It came out really cute. I surprised myself, and I couldn't wait to get to Hobby Lobby and buy all my paints and my canvases and everything. And then the next year, people are buying me canvases and paints for Christmas, and it's very relaxing. I just love it. So you just never know, right? Same thing when I went up in the air on the paramotor. I didn't know I could do. It was like moving here. This was God's plan, right? I had a whole new world open up to me. And my gosh, I'd call my sis, and I would think I'm never going to get out of Arizona and all this stuff. And she said, it'll all come together. And it did. It all came together. And I'm just very blessed. I'm very blessed to have all of you here tonight. And I'm going to write your names on the spinning wheel, because we're going to give away some things tonight. So I'm going to tell you, this is what we got left in the socks, okay? We've got Pringle socks, okay? Pringle socks. We have Eggo socks. All right, everybody can see my Eggo socks, okay? I learned to put them in the in front of the camera, because Scooby says hold it in front of the camera. So see, Scooby, you taught me something. Okay, so we've got Fender for. I know who would love these socks, and that's Charlie Walsh, because we know Charlie Walsh is a musician, and if Charlie Walsh is listening, that I could see him wearing these socks. And then we have Pez. I think these are super cute, the Pezzy socks, right? And then, because Mr. AZ hasn't seen all these socks, so, and then we have an Artist Series socks, and these are called Starry Nights. And I believe these were donated from Angela. And Angela, in the NASCAR ones, the NASA socks too, which I believe Cowboy John has the NASA socks. So she donated those. Thank you. And then Will donated some socks too. And I just really appreciate it. And then we have some more Airhead. We still have another pair of Airhead socks here left, peeps. Okay. Which ones do you like? The Starry Night socks? About 755 will. Okay, you guys are talking. And you like the Airhead ones? Is that what you're saying, Bill? You like these? These are kind of cute, huh? Okay, that's good to know. And then I have these. These look more like footy socks, right? Because look at the top. But they're cute. Are these not cute? You just put them on, lounge around the house or something. They look kind of, I'm sure they stretch or whatever, but little Airhead socks. Like I said, I'm dying to get to my Dollar Tree again and pick up get some more socks for my collection, right? So that's what we got there. And then of course, everybody, we've still got koozies left. And these are more of like summer items, but you can use them year round, right? So we've got all kinds of cool, because AZ, he hasn't seen, I'm just going to call him AZ. AZ hasn't seen these yet. So everybody has an opportunity to win some more koozies, right? And Scuba says he likes the Pez and Egos. Okay. All right. Well, let's get the party started here, because everybody has something to do. And then Will Fly knows that when I send you your socks or koozie, I throw in an Airhead candy in the package too. So I have Airhead candies I give away. So because I just like to throw those little extra things in there. So we still have a lot of koozies left, everybody who's ever listening. I appreciate my viewers, my chatters, because I look to see after. I still have stickers, and I still have a Will Fly sticker too. So that are in here. I still have those. And then I have, I guess I should take it out of the bag, right, for people that are watching. These are my very cutesy sticker. And I sent one to Shani. And Shani got a pair of Reese's socks, a sticker, and the candy. So, Airhead candy. So that's that. And then Will Fly. I still have Will Fly sticker to give away. A couple of them in here. So I'm pretty excited about tonight. So let me get your names on the spinny winnie wheel, so that. Because I know everybody's got to be up for work and all that stuff. So you all chat amongst yourselves real quick, and I'm going to write some names on my spinny winnie wheel here, okay? And we'll see who's going to be who's going to win tonight, right? So we're putting Walter on here. Walter. All right. And then we got Will Fly. All right. Okay. Mr. Maese, don't count. He doesn't count. Will Fly. Walter Will Fly. We got Scooby. Okay, Scooby. Then we got Munchkin. I'm writing down as quick as I can here. We got Munchkin. Then we've got Greg L. Okay, Greg L. And then we got John Wayne. So we got Cowboy. All right. And then we got Mr. Maese. Walter said, notice I'm first, guys. Mr. Maese doesn't count. Do you want me to put him on the board? Yes. Mr. And Munchkin wants the Mr. Maese. She said she likes the Pez. Okay, let me make sure. I got Bill on here, Walter, Will Fly, Scuba, We got Munchkin. We got Gray Gal, Cowboy, and Mr. AZ. Did I get everybody? Did I get everybody? Tell me yes if I got everybody. Right? I love this part. And I have to thank my son Ryan and my go ahead, I don't care. So we got Bill H, Walter, Will Fly, Scuba, Munchkin, Gray Gal, Cowboy, and Mr. My AZ. All right. So we're going to go ahead and spinny Winnie, right? You know how I do it like this in front of the camera so y'all can see. I'm going to get my hair out of the way, right? So good luck, everybody. And this spinny wheel is compliments of my son Ryan and my beautiful daughter-in-law. They surprised me, and I have to say shout out to my son Ryan and my daughter-in-law, Leslie, brought over the spinny Winnie wheel for me. So I love them so much. They take such good care of me. So yeah. So they got me the spinny wheel. So you can thank Ryan and Leslie. Yes. All right. Are we ready? All right. Let me see if I can do this without knocking it over on the floor. Walter says, great people. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I love them so much. I love them so much. Okay, I'm going to spin it now. Let's see if I can do this. Keep everything out of the way. It looks like Walter. Walter, you won. How am I going to send it to you, Walter? Greg Laney, thank you, Ryan and Leslie. That's right. How do I send it to you? I've never sent anything to Australia before. Do you want me to spin it again, Walter? Do you want me to spin it again? It's up to you. Because I can do 2 spinnies tonight, too. I could do that. Let's see, what does it say? You spun the wrong way. Yes. I spun the wrong way. No, I didn't. There we go. How else are you supposed to spin it? There is no wrong or right way to spin this. All right, we're going to do it again. Okay. Here we go, everybody. And the winner is nobody. Okay, let's spin it again. Here we go. Here we go. Look at the arrows. Yeah, it's right there. We need to invest in a box here for Walter. When it fills up, we can send. Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. We're going to do it again, okay? Yep. We're going to do it again. It's still going to nothing yet. All right, let's try it again. Somebody has to win, right? Well, let's try it again. Still on nothing. All right. Somebody has to win. And the winner is Cowboy. Cowboy. Cowboy John. John, what do you want? What do you want? You want a koozie? You want socks? What do you want, Cowboy? Cowboy won. Cowboy won. Yeah. John Wayne, yay. John Wayne, tell me what you want. What, you want socks or you want a koozie? You got to tell me. Congratulations, John. Tell me what you want, John, and I'll make sure I get that out. I'll send it over to Bill, and then he can get it to you. Yes. So everybody, John Wayne, are you still in the chat? Tell me what you want. Tilly. I know, isn't this beautiful though? John White sent it to Bill H. Well, what do you want? What do you want? You didn't tell me. You want socks or you want a koozie, John? You want socks, okay? John said you want socks. Okay, let's get this going here. Which one do you want? The Airhead? Which ones do you want? John, do you want the Airhead? Do you want the Starry Nights? Pez? Fenders? Gotta tell me, Egos? Pringles? Or another pair of Airhead socks? Which ones do you want, John? Tell me and I'll get them out. I'll send them out to Bill's. Tell me. Oh, Starry Nights? That's what he wants? Okay. Starry Nights it is. There we go. Cool. How fun was that, everybody? Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience with the spinny winnie wheel of Winnie Things. Thank you, Ryan and Leslie, for giving me the spinny winnie wheel. And thank you, Will Fly and Angela, for donating socks to help. Yeah, congratulations, John. I'll make sure I get those out to you. I'm really excited about tonight. Yeah, so, I always read something to close the show, right? And don't forget, Tuesday night hangout is with Shane, Will Fly, Nick J, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's on Tuesday night. And then Thursday, of course, Lindy's Treehouse, right here, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday night. And Friday night, Scuba's Hangout, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we always have a great time getting everybody together. And I'm just really blessed to have all of you here. Scuba says, I thought I kept your address, Linda. Send it to me in a messenger, please. Okay, I will, Scuba. Yep, I will. So I wanted to just say a huge thank you to everyone who tuned into Lindy's Treehouse live stream tonight. Your energy and comments made it so much fun. Shout out to my chatters who stop by each and every Thursday and always bring great conversations and laughter for sure. Could not do this show without you all. So seriously, I could not do the show without you all. Because I look forward to all of us just checking in on Thursdays. It means a lot to me. It really does. So I'm going to read something really quick, and then we're going to call it a night. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already, okay? It's very easy. And hit the notification. I just want to thank you all for joining me tonight and hanging out in the Treehouse. I had so much fun. And like I said, much love, much love. I couldn't do it without you. Walter says you make my Fridays, Linda. Oh, I love you too. I love all you guys. I love everybody, jumping in the chat. So I'm just going to read this real quick, right? Because this is my favorite. When you do the things you do with love, you give life a gleam that most people only carry a glimpse of. Your attitude affects the outcome of so many things. Smiles inspire smiles. Reaching out brings people in. Looking on the bright side doesn't entail being naive and donning rose-colored glasses. It simply means the cynicism and complaining to someone else, someone who will spend their whole life wondering why good things don't come their way, right? So you always want to be positive. Being a positive person, someone who looks forward to so much, is not only rewarding, it's refreshing. The wisest people on earth are those who have had a hard time recalling their worries and an easy time remembering their blessings. So God bless you all, right? And it's not easy, right? It's not easy to be positive every day. Believe me, I know. But I just pray about it and I just ask God, help me here because I'm not feeling positive today, right? So whatever you're doing, be safe, be kind to each other, all that stuff, my chatters. Tell your friends about the show, Tell them, hey, subscribe to Lindy's channel. I think I'm on the going on 72 shows already. So next week, I'm still going to have a show. It's the day before Halloween. So I might dress up for the show just because. So I'll figure out something for Halloween, pre-Halloween, right? Next week. Yeah. So it'll be fun. And then I'm sure Dave Wolf, they'll be talking about their flying. Hopefully I'll get Linda Kramer on here next week. So I'll talk to her and maybe we'll get her on here to be a guest. All right. My gypsy, I love you. And my Michelle, remember Michelle, my little thumper, she's doing good. And yeah, she went through some life changes and all that stuff, but she's doing good. So I'm very proud of. If you're listening, Michelle, I'm really proud of you, girl. I'm really proud of you. So life's never easy, right? So anyway, I'm going to say good night. Don't forget, stop by Scuba Show tomorrow night, right? Hit that like button for him. Subscribe to his channel and Scuba and Munchkin. And I'll see you all tomorrow night. I love the hearts and my chatters. Like I said, real quick, I got here it is. Nope. Okay. I got to say a shout out to my chatters tonight. One more time, okay? So I want to thank my chatters, Bill H., Walter, Will Fly, Scooby, Munchkin, Greg Laney, John Wayne, and Mr. Mae Z for hanging out with me tonight. I had so much fun. So thank you so much. I'm going to close it off so that my neighbor downstairs doesn't start freaking out, because I am upstairs in the treehouse and he's downstairs sleeping right below me. Yes. So I'm going to see what he wants me to call him and all that stuff. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yep. Scuba said I'll see you tomorrow. And yep. Don't forget, stop by Scooby Show tomorrow night. It's always a lot of fun. And I'll make sure I get my address to you, Scooby and Munchkin. I love you bunches. I love every one of you. You're awesome. Okay. Yeah. So y'all be good. Okay. Take care of each other. And congratulations, John Wayne, on winning the cool Starry Night socks. Very cool. Very cool. So that's it. We're done. That's it. Thursday, another Thursday in the books, right? Yes. So I will chat you later. Love you, sis Judy, for stopping by tonight. I love you. And we had some good conversations and all that. So much love. And I'll see y'all when I see ya. I see you when I see ya, right? And what's the word I always say? Holy moly, right? That's my word. Holy moly. So I had a fun night tonight. Holy moly. We always have fun. So bye, everybody. Have a great night. Much love. I'm leaving. Bye, everybody. I'm leaving. Bye-bye.